Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It's another beautiful Coburg morning, and here we are with Coach 1308. And where am I currently? Well, I tell you right now, the marketing team is buried in calendar shoot. You've already seen the Halloween shoot. It's been a couple, well, they worked on it a couple of weeks ago. Well, right now we are buried in the Christmas shoot. And so am I. What an epic way to start the show. Hope I don't damage anything as I get out. Good morning, everyone. We're going to talk about the calendar this morning. We're going to talk about Coach 1308. And we're going to talk about what it takes to do this calendar. So, thought I'd get buried in some of the marketing work here at Marathon. The calendar is such a big part of Marathon's family members, Marathon's marketing every year. We go to certain lengths to do this beautiful calendar. Some of the show coaches are on here. There's Coach 1290, which just sold. Isn't that a beautiful coach? But anyway, just wanted to show you the completed version of 1308, the H3 double slide that we saw in production a couple of weeks ago. I've been on vacation for a week and a half. It's so good to be back with you. For those Facebookers, for those YouTubers, however you're watching Marathon Mondays, however you're using our show, this platform to do your research, to come to a decision on are you going to go with a marathon or not. I hope that you do, and I hope that this show helps you in that. Let's go inside and take a look at 1308. I know that Armand showed you the exterior. There's Mike Perotti over there. Mike, come on over here.
Hey. How you doing, guys?
How are you? I got a mic right here, so talk close to me.
Yeah?
So
right.
everybody, Mike Perotti from the Cabinet Shop. Mike, tell us what you're working on right now.
Oh, man. Let's see. What am I in the middle of? I'm in the middle of 1317.
1317,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you excited about right now that your departments are working on?
Oh, man. I don't know if I'm allowed to say yet.
And maybe you're not, and that's okay.
So I better not put it out there. I don't want to give out the new exciting secrets.
Well, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to put down this calendar real quick. I'm going to ask you a question, put you on the spot.
Okay.
Tell me about what you do to research cabinetry, to research different woods, to research what's going to, because the chassis is designed to last 1,000,000 miles.
Yes.
The house build, the cabinetry, the upholstery, the appliances, everything that we put in should mirror image the chassis, designed to run for decades. What do you do as the head of the cabinet shop? What do you do to research the best materials available?
Yeah, that's a great question because actually you're catching me right in the middle of doing some like research work right now.
Sure.
Even though we have what we think is the best of everything, right now we are looking at some new lightweight product, okay, that is stronger than actually what we even have now.
Excellent.
And so what we do is we get in, we talk to all the vendors, always have the latest, greatest things. Of course, with cost and structure quality is what we're looking for
Right.
in that. We get in the samples and then I take them and basically we do little mock-up builds.
Yes.
And then we take them and we beat on them.
So you test them.
Yeah. Oh, and we stress them
Your
out.
R&D
and
situation is
yeah,
pretty
and
lengthy.
make sure they don't bow. Make sure, I even take wood and like put in a 5-gallon bucket and leave it in there for 7 weeks.
Oh, you're kidding.
And then see if it molds, see if what happens to it. If it bows, I'll take it out and lean up against the wall, see if it'll bow.
Right.
And then, surprisingly, the stuff we have though is really good.
Well, and I've talked a lot about that over the episodes, and also on the daily tour that we do here at the headquarters at the manufacturing plant. I've talked about how 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 10 years ago, Marathon used the best materials available.
Yeah.
And you keep pushing that to make sure that we're using the best materials and procedures available.
Yeah, and the stuff that's changed is the fasteners and stuff too.
Yes.
That hold stronger and things like that. I mean, screws are screws, but there are many other things out there that's available. And every time there's a little trade show or something like that. They go to those, and,
Yeah.
and guys like Jay Graham and Mark Bryan, the heads of engineering, they're out there looking at that stuff.
Coming up with ideas to bring back.
Yeah, plus vendors come in and they'll bring their latest, greatest stuff, and we look at that and test of it, and some of it we go, nah. And then
some of it might apply, and some of it might not.
That's a really good idea.
Excellent.
But yeah, that's what we're doing right now with some lightweight product plywood, and we got a few vendors working with us to make something special for us that we have. But keep in mind, the stuff that we use too, you're not going to go to your typical, no offense, Home Depot, but you're not going to go out to Home Depot,
right?
And you can't buy the stuff off the shelf.
Exactly.
It's an exclusive.
It's sourced for us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. And another thing that's important to point out is that we want to talk not just about the quality, but weight is a consideration. So where you need stronger, heavier woods, it's applied in your cabinetry, and where we need lighter weight woods, it's applied in that capacity.
Yeah, and where we're at now, and it's funny you say that, because where we're at now is we're looking at lightweight product that you can put a drawer guide on, but yet it's still strong.
Gotcha.
You know, so it has to have be strong enough to support all the weight you're going to put into the coach, but the coach needs to be light enough to travel down the road and get good fuel mileage, and you'll be able to load up the bays with, you know,
and give the value, not only to the initial owner who purchased it when it's new, but the owners down the line, because we regularly see marathons having 3 or 4 owners because it's designed to last.
Oh yeah, and even the old ones. I mean, you know, we've talked about that in the past, how they still look brand new.
Yes.
So
yes,
it's pretty awesome.
Well, I didn't know we were going to have you this morning.
I didn't know you were either, but you know, when I was in California over the weekend, I promised my sister Tina Smart that if I saw you, I would give her a shout out. So I'd like to say shout out to my sister Tina Smart, and
awesome.
Okay,
and Tina, thank you for watching, and big thank you to you. If you want to see more with myself and Mike, it was the first episode we ever did of Marathon Mondays. We knew that Mike would be a good candidate to help us on that first episode. Go back and watch Marathon Mondays with Mal and Mike Perotti, the first episode ever. Go all the way back. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thanks.
Awesome.
All right, have a good day, guys.
Okay, so big thanks to Mike and Tina Smart watching down in California. We are going to go inside 1308. And we didn't know we were going to have Mike with us, but that is what Marathon Mondays is all about, sourcing the people that build these beautiful coaches so that you can make a decision on purchasing a Marathon. I'm going to have Armand come up all the way here and then take a look at this cockpit. Why don't you come on over here? Take a look at the beauty of, I love the floor. Now, we don't have the protective mats down on this floor because we're using it for the calendar shoot, but I love the upholstery in the cockpit, and I love how the leather wrapping, the gray leather wrapping against the white floor, and I think that's the theme. You saw it before. There's actually 2 of these beautiful recliners in here, but we've got decor over here, so if you can see just how beautiful this is. A very modern feel to Coach 1308, a matching sofa. So the sofa and the 2 recliners easily match in the salon. Excuse me.
So we have a question.
We have a question.
But I thought maybe Andy Marks is looking for
many times. In fact, Andy, thank you so much for your email this morning. Wanting to find, I know you've been trying to watch Marathon Mondays live, and I'm so glad that you were able to find it. What's Andy's question?
Well, he's asking people that are commenting if they own a marathon. So maybe you can invite people who own a marathon to respond to his comment.
Yeah.
So they can learn about.
A lot of our owners don't like to comment, and a lot of our owners are watching. Boy, I still have stuff all over me from being buried. You know, Andy Marks is doing a lot of research, and we're going to find him the right coach. And the key is to give him some advice on why you would go with Marathon. I'm not gonna say anything but that. I think that Andy is doing a lot of research, and I know that he's a car guy. I know he's a gearhead, and I know he knows what's going on in the industry because he stays up on Preva Owners Group on the Facebook page. So for those of you who are out there that are owners of marathon coaches, weigh in and tell Andy what you think, whether it be a private message later after the show or right there on our comments. That is what this show is for, to help people who are considering marathon. Why would you go with a marathon? Well, why would you go with 1308? Because it's got a booth dinette, a facing dinette. I love a facing dinette. I was showing this. I'm going to turn on these lights right here. I was showing this to a couple of clients a couple of weeks ago, and I love a facing dinette. Really good. It's almost like it could be a home office where you could sit there with your laptop, and it's got all the plugins and storage underneath. So I'm not going to show you too much about this coach because right now we've got it just decored out, but Fisher Paykel refrigerator here, massive storage. One thing when you get a bunk coach, which this is a bunk coach, H3 double slide is 1308 with bunks, but you get a lot of storage. There are 8 drawers. Yep, make sure I was right. There are 8 drawers on this bank in the pantry, and they are large. Sometimes you get a drawer that's about this wide. The drawers in 1308 are almost a foot wide. Almost a foot wide, and from my blind eye, they are a foot wide. They're deep, and there's 8 of them. Great pantry storage in 1308 to go along with your galley. Fisher Paykel right there on the freezer refrigerator, and then into these beautiful bunks. Now remember, Marathon's bunks, they all the way down. You can use it as storage. There's your bar right there, but also a lot of privacy. Right in front of the camera there's a pocket door. You can close it off there. You can close off the water closet. You can close off, right behind me, the bedroom. And, of course, there's doors that go in front of the closet here or the bunks. But let's say you want to leave the bunks open and the doors open. There are curtains up here that come down. There they are. Take a look at that. So these beautiful curtains come all the way down so that you can have privacy. You can have 50-50 privacies like I have currently set up right here to blind the light from you. Really a good option. Let's take a look at this. We were out here with Tristan, the lead supervisor from our flooring department, and she was showing us this floor. I want to say it was about 3 weeks ago, Armand. About 3 weeks ago. Take a look at that beautiful floor. It's a mosaic floor. Andy Marks is asking if the bunks can be removed entirely. And the answer to that is absolutely. That can be a full walk-in closet. That can be, and it's not really a walk-in like you can go and hang out, Andy, but this could be converted completely back to just a closet. This bunk could come out. That bunk could come out. You could put additional storage in here. You could put a wardrobe in here. You could leave the hanger bar up there, and we could do just completely a closet with drawers and a situation for clothing and shoes and what have you, and get away from the bunks. But what I want you to remember, and I'm not going to put it all the way down because there are some decor items in here that Pete and Mickey, Armand, Sarah sit all the way down on here, and it will provide for a very large closet, and then you can shut these. So yeah, pretty cool. White walls in this coach to go along with the gray accent walls. So, and what I mean by that is, take a look at the cabinetry here. Gray and white. I love the modern colors in here. Oh, this is so cool. I like that. Good decor, Pete. Good decor. And then it's got the half bath in the rear. And you see that the bed is all the way articulated down right now. King size bed in here. This bed is all the way laid down, and if I were to move it up, but there's decor actually on the bed, it would cut to about right here, giving us a whole over a foot more of space in this area right here. What I like about that is it just gives utilization of space when you're not using the bed. It gives you more aesthetically pleasing area to walk and to see. Also, the tilted wall, and I've talked about this before on Marathon Mondays, the tilted wall of this floor plan gives it that ability to come all the way over here to the bed, whether it be to access anything over here or to get up on the bed. And that's, so it's not a straight way. You're not cutting off your wall here. There's a lot of room. Plus, you've got storage area over here for, not a lot, but enough, for towels, washcloths, or anything else that you want accessible to the water closet, the rear water closet, which is right here. Lots of storage in there also. But anyway, 1308, I'm going to head on out to the front. I don't want to show you too much because if you're interested in 1308, you know how to get a hold of me, malw@marathoncoach.com. Also, if you're thinking about getting into a marathon like my man Andy Marks is, feel free to reach out to me. One of the things that we do here at Marathon is really help you make the right decision, getting into a new coach, getting into a pre-owned. This is an excellent time to look at a pre-owned marathon. We've got some great options for you that are on the floor, that are ready to go, and we have some options for you if you want to do a custom. Or if you're looking to go pre-owned, we've got that too. And our service department, I think you've seen it on Marathon Mondays, second to none when it comes to reimagining a coach. You get to work with our design team, you get to work with our engineers, and you get to work with our service department to reimagine a coach to make it your own if it's a pre-owned. Do we have any other comments or questions?
We do. We have, Jean would like to know if we have ever or if we could make one that was wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, Jean's asking if we have or could do a wheelchair accessible coach. The answer is absolutely, we've done it. In 30 plus years, there's really not much that we haven't done. And one thing I love about Marathon is that they accommodate their clients. If you come to us and say, I need a wheelchair accessible. I mean, you saw it on our corporate coach. I gave you a sneak peek about 4 months ago. We had a mid-entry door. So not just a front door, but a mid-entry door. It's possible. You just have to order the right shell. So anyway, yes, we can do a wheelchair accessible. We can get pretty creative. In a 45-foot Prevost chassis, you can get very creative. But the creativity also comes out of the necessity. Don't forget that. What you need in a coach is what Marathon can help you with. So any other thoughts, Mickey, before we get out of here on this beautiful Monday? It's cold at Marathon, too. So for those of you looking to come, I know Montana, and it's 45 degrees.
You have greetings from all over the U.S., all over the world.
Awesome.
Multiple people from St. Louis watching this morning.
Lots of people from St. Louis. I know Mickey actually has friends and family and a background from St. Louis. So for those of you who are watching all over the world, all over the country, thank you so much for using Marathon Mondays as exactly how it was designed, to do research. Andy Marks is out there looking for a coach. I know you guys are too. Please watch the show, go back and look at it. If you need some information, say, Mal, I need to know more about this. Might be a good option to do for a show. Instead of burying me in a bunch of decor for the Christmas calendar, it might be a good show. Anything else before we head on out? Everybody, don't forget to be yourself and do good things. There's a lot of things going on out there, and I'd like you to get into a Marathon coach. If you need help doing that, please feel free to reach out to me, malw@marathoncoach.com. We got a lot of cool things up and coming. We've got a reveal of Coach 1143. 1143 was painted, reimagined by the new owner. Of new things going into 1143 right next door, and I can see it from right here. We're not going to show it to you, but 1318, we're going to follow that all the way through production. You got to see it in paint. That bonus episode that Armand and I did a couple weeks ago, 1318 is on the production floor. So for the custom order customers of that, I don't want to give it away to you, but it's out there. So feel free to reach out to me, you guys. Really appreciate you watching. Those YouTubers, don't forget to follow and like our page, Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on our Marathon Coach page. And also the Marathon Mondays with Mal page. Extra content always coming there. Yeah, it's my pleasure to do this for you guys. Have a good Monday, and we'll see you next Monday on Marathon Mondays. Take care, everybody.